This month's Clarity in Housing update brings us across the bridge from Portsmouth to the charming town of Kittery, Maine, a coastal gem that blends history, community, and seaside character. I'm Lawa-Na McClellan with Lawa-Na Co at Keller Coastal Lakes and Mountain Realty, and I'm here with Scott Mertens with Luminate Bank, and together we're bringing you insight into the housing market while spotlighting some of the beautiful places that make our communities so special. Let's go check it out. This month's spotlight, we chose Beach Pea Bakery, a local favorite and the perfect starting point for our Kittery adventure. We had the chance to snag a quick interview with one of their talented bakers, Jacob Duddy, who gave us his inside scoop on what makes this place so special. The smell of fresh bread, the warmth of community, and the creativity coming out of that kitchen are just a few of the reasons why locals and visitors keep coming back. Hey everyone, Lawa-Na McClellan with Keller Coastal Lakes and Mountain Realty, and Scott and I are doing another interview at a local hotspot, and this month we chose Beach Pea Bakery in Kittery, Maine. And I have the pleasure of sitting here with Jacob Duddy. He is one of the bakers here at the bakery, and we just wanted to ask him a few questions. So Jacob, how long have you worked here?
3 years. It's been great.
Awesome. And what is your favorite thing about being here?
Probably the professionalism. I like that everyone kind of has been in the industry for a little bit and treats it as such. Everyone does a really good job.
Like a family community.
Yes. Everyone's very familiar with bakeries here, and everyone knows what they're doing.
Awesome.
Really nice.
And then I have to ask you, what's your favorite?
Ooh, I'm a chocolate chip cookie man.
Okay.
I love chocolate chip cookies. I get them like every day.
Awesome.
Or the chocolate cake.
What's the fan favorite?
Fan favorite. Everybody loves the #2 sandwich. Everybody. #1 sandwich is crazy as well. And I'd say best like sweet that everyone loves. Honestly, the fruit tarts that we do in the summer like sell out like crazy. So probably those.
I can understand why. So for me, my personal favorite, applesauce Odie cookies. I will take a bag of those anytime I'm here. And then for my family's favorite, I would say those mini chocolate eclairs.
Oh, yeah.
We have to order those ahead of time for the holidays because those sell out pretty fast.
Yep, almost immediately on the holidays.
So we really appreciate you doing this interview with us. Kittery is a lovely community, and you must see so many familiar faces being
it's awesome.
Awesome. Thanks, Jacob.
Yeah.
After kicking things off at Beach Pea Bakery and interviewing Jacob, we scooted through the heartbeat of this coastal town, Kittery Fourside. Whether you are in the mood for upscale dining or visiting one of their charming boutiques or grabbing a sweet treat, the Fourside has it all. And of course, if you are in the area, make sure you do not pass up a stop at Lil's Cafe, home of the legendary crawler. That's definitely not a donut. It is a must if you are anywhere near the area. From there, we hopped on Route 103 for a scenic ride along the coast, winding our way to one of my personal favorite spots, Sea Point Beach. It's where I often go to reset, breathe in the ocean air, and maybe even collect a little beach glass while I'm there. Scott definitely joined in on the fun. On the way back, we made a quick pit stop at Frisbee's Wharf at Lawa-Na Co, where lobster boats drift in the harbor, sunsets steal the show. This place is truly a slice of coastal Maine heaven, where the salty breeze and the waterfront views speak for themselves. Way to show off, Kittery.
Hey everyone, Lawa-Na McClellan with Keller Coastal Lakes Mountain Realty, Lawa-Na Company. I'm here with Scott Mertens with Luminate Bank, and we are here with your monthly update. And this month we chose Kittery, Maine.
Midsummer update, I can't believe it.
We're in vacation land.
We are 6 weeks from September.
That's a little depressing.
Let that sink in, yes, but we're enjoying a beautiful day out here.
Absolutely.
What do we got going on in the market?
So we decided to post up here at the wharf.
Frisbee Wharf?
Yes.
Frisbee Wharf at Pepperell Cove.
There you
I got
go.
it right this time. I've never been here before. It's amazing, so check it out.
So Kittery's market is hopping. I mean, as a whole, with New England, I mean, inventory is still low.
Still tight.
Definitely feeling a little bit of a shift and a pause, but I think that also plays into the fact the time of year we're in.
Yeah, for sure. We always feel it, you know, around that Independence Day holiday.
Mhm.
Transaction counts tend to slow a little bit. People start taking vacation.
Yeah, and then so the median home sale at the end of June of this year, the average price was $925.
Yeah, which is a little bit high.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a little statistical anomaly there. We only have 43 listings, and a couple of them are on the higher side. We have some new developments that are bringing it up.
Three of those just came to market in July, which we're only halfway through.
Yeah.
So, you know, you have to kind of take that with a grain of salt, because definitely some high numbered sales are
I think it was
skewing that.
43% above last year, so that's when you know it's not quite real, shall we say.
Definitely not. And then, of course, inventory. You know, we have less than 3 months of inventory in Kittery, and I think everywhere else around Kittery.
I think so, yeah.
Which is very much a seller's market still. So even though we're feeling a little pause and you know, on the market, that's due to people taking vacations and trying to squeeze in as much as they can during summer. You know, we're probably gearing up for a busy fall, which has kind of been a trend over the past couple of years. In fact, especially like my October and Novembers have been pretty solid given this.
Yeah, we've definitely seen that, a little softer in the midsummer, but that's consistent. You know, there's still demand, under 50 homes for sale. There's still a lot of price pressure for buyers to compete. So I think that's why you're seeing that in the average list price, average close transaction.
Yeah, and one thing I will say too about it is that, you know, guys, things are staying on the market a little bit longer, but I'm not really seeing a big jump in the price. Like, I think it's truly just because of people in vacation,
appraisers,
instead of looking at
lenders, realtors, you know, we all need a break.
Everyone has to be in the game to get it to the finish line. So people are taking a break, and then, you know, that doesn't necessarily mean their home's getting discounted, because the values are so elevated here.
We have seen some price cuts, we've seen some normalization, but as we touched on, that might have been list agents really kind of shooting for the moon and keep chasing that 2% above your neighbor kind of concept, whereas maybe we're kind of settling into a more normal range where pricing is consistent and not necessarily accelerating as fast.
And so on that note, I would say this, like, if you are considering putting your home to the market, make sure you're working with a local professional who understands the current trends and the pulse of your market, if you will, because your listing agent should be able to kind of project and predict a little bit. Not obviously, nobody has a crystal ball, but they should be able to give you kind of a whole picture of like when is a good time to go to market for your particular type of property, and so forth. So very much still a seller's market here, under 3 months of inventory. Once you hit that 5 to 7 month supply of inventory, you're typically in more balanced or transitional market, if you will. And then of course above 7 months, you are in a buyer's market, which we are nowhere near that.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Maybe some interest rates will help.
Yeah. What do the rates look like?
Well, if you've been paying attention, this week Donald Trump went back to being a TV star. Did you hear?
No.
Because all he keeps saying is you're fired to Chairman Powell, and he does not have the authority to do this. And so it's created a little bit of uncertainty. Uncertainty always creates problems in the interest rate environment. We're still in those high sixes. You know, 3 weeks ago, we probably had mid-6 rates for certain people. So if you locked at that point, you were in good shape. But forecast by Lawrence Yun, who's the chief economist, is really like mid-6s by end of the year. And now maybe like low to mid-6s end of next year. So we're going to be in this 6% range, I think, for a while. So there's not going to be a ton of rate relief to support prices, because when money gets cheap, homes get more expensive. All we really want is consistency.
So Scott, talking about lending here, I have had a few clients tapping into their equity in their home.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
To go buy something else. And so talk a little bit about that just for anyone watching.
So there's $32 trillion in tappable equity in the United States right now. That's not total equity, that's equity up to 80%. So there's a ton of equity out there. And in the last month, we've had some people take cash out for debt consolidation, some people take cash out for renovations, some people take cash out for college tuition. So people are using their equity, and nobody wants to do that full cash out refinance because they don't want to lose that 3% first mortgage that they have. Correct. So they'd be happy to keep their first mortgage, $100,000 second, a $200,000 second. I just did one that was $750,000. So we're seeing people use their equity and in creative ways.
And that's what I'm seeing, and that's why I wanted you to touch on that. So
yeah.
Nobody's willing to trade in that 3%.
Not yet. And a lot of people are taking down payment from the current home and using it to buy their next home.
Correct.
Whether that's through a bridge loan or a cash out refinance or one of those types of things. So yeah. We're putting equity to work, which is never a bad thing, unless you're doing what we call equity stripping, which is every month you're getting another $100,000 and you're buying a boat and you're buying a car and all these discretionary expenses. So use it for a good investment because the interest is going to add up every month. So we want to make sure we're doing it right.
And if you haven't gathered yet, he has a wealth of knowledge. If you're concerned or considering doing anything like that, you should be educated around that decision. You'll get a million things in the mail and in your email about refinancing, taking the equity. Make sure you're talking to somebody who can help you strategically map that out and make sure you're not putting yourself in a worse off position later.
For sure, for sure.
Awesome. Well, thanks for tuning in again, guys.
Thank you.
Kittery is more than just a neighboring town to Portsmouth, New Hampshire. It is a coastal lifestyle all in its own, with historic charm, walkable neighborhoods, and access to both land and sea, dining and shopping. It just continues to attract buyers looking for something truly special. A lovely community, and whether you are buying or selling or just exploring your options, we are definitely here to help bring clarity to that process, one beautiful place at a time. If you're considering a move to the Seacoast, New Hampshire, or coastal Maine area, get in touch with Scott or I today so that we can help make that dream a reality for you. Thanks for tuning in for another episode, guys. Have a great day.